Hey, it's the old man here, and well, the days of wine and roses are over. It's nice and cold up here, and the wind's been blowing all day. This is actually the third one I've taped, if that's the word anymore. The wind was blowing so much you couldn't hear it, and even though it's a windproof mic, but that's the way it goes. I got up the other morning and the damn cat licked my mustache off. You know, we had a wedding to go to and peer pressure to get a haircut, so I went to a barber shop, first time in 45 years. I think the last time I was there was Butte, Montana. My mother-in-law cut my hair for years and trimmed the hair and the burns a little bit, and she goes, "How about the mustache?" And I said, "Well, a little bit," and she cut it to about 1/8 of an inch, so I just shaved it off. It'll grow back. So part 2 of the Thrasher close-up views. Lots to see. Trying to think of questions people ask. Do I get pulled over very often? You know, it's been 18 years since I've been pulled over, and that was in the town of Ording, east of Tacoma, not a very big town at all. 1 o'clock in the morning, a young officer pulled us over, shined his light in, looked at me, looked at my partner driving with me, and slowly looked at the dashboard and goes, "Get out of here." Didn't even ask for ID. It's all right. Let's take a look. Hang on. Yeah, the Thrasher. Yeah, I got the external distributor going on. Got, let's check this out for the gearheads in the crowd. Dual carburetors and a manual choke even. How cool is that? And I painted the whole interior green, and except for the fuel filter, I can't tell if it's dirty or not. Battery, for whatever reason, I can't paint over it. It's got too much acid coming off it. I'm not sure. Got headlight covers. Got the spinning deal in the front. Came from the Subaru refinery out of the junk pile. Some kind of a fan system. It was sure well made. So I stuck that on there. Let's take a look here. Got the full moon hubcaps, not to be mistaken for baby moon hubcaps, which are about 5 or 6 inches across. Racing hubcaps, they call it. And I do race around with this thing. We got the BMW on this side, V10 Magnum, and we used to work for the state, and the boss said people are complaining because we drive gas hogs, so they said take them emblems off and throw them in the garbage. You bet. And just a little sample of the stuff. Got a big spike on there, got a V8 emblem, got safety glasses, a lot of people. I thought those nails kind of looked like bullets, so I put them on there. International Brotherhood of Subaru Freaks for official abuse only. And if you don't know, that thing in the guy's hand there is a CV joint assembly. It's kind of the weak link on Subarus. And they break every so often, but they're pretty easy to fix. Got the lights going there, and these do work good. That one, this little guy here, spotlight, yeah, those all work good. And here, a solar powered road reflector, I guess. Had some relatives at the casino, lost enough money to justify stealing a couple of those, and I stole one from him. What can I say? Got some camo going here in case somebody from upstairs is looking down at me. They'll think I'm out in the woods somewhere. We got these. People thought were speakers. They're light reflectors. A light bulb right there. Nice baked on enamel finish. These are good. Last forever. The bulbous things. The wind comes through, hits the bulbous thing, glances off. It makes the whole back end aerodynamic. We used smoke and fans and tested it all out. It worked really good. And the dome does the same thing, but these are the ones that really made the difference. Let's see. United we stand, and you know the rest. Warning, gas fumes. No smoking within yelling distance. Get out of the way. Got an external starter button here. If the key was on, that would work. And then the back, we have status anxiety. I suppose the guys my age suffer from that. Not this guy. I'm almost anti-status. Hang on a second here. Getting all tied up in the string here. We got the blackout lights from World War II, Studebaker. Visualize world peace. That was a popular slogan 20 years ago. If it was just that easy. Got the hot rod exhaust pipe. Got the stoplight. Got the awards. 2014, I got the best Brat on the west coast of the United States. I was up against a restored Brat, and I got first place and he got second. I kind of felt bad, but I'll take it. This is from 2000. Best of show. Surprise award, most cluttered interior, second annual West Coast Subaru show, Windberg State Park, Washington. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Just so everyone knows, this is not a toy. Got a big spare tire in the back. Tow straps in case somebody breaks down, I can tow them home. Jumper cables, of course. Got my flag holder when I'm in full parade mode. I can put a big flag on the back. This one guy asked, he goes, so do you go through a lot of parades? And I said, I'm on parade every day. Got some bullet holes. I took it to a county fair and showed it off, and a kid put his finger in there, so you had to gingerly get it out of there, and I put clay over it if I do that again. You can't get in there. Somebody asked if the shovel was real. Well, sure. If you get stuck, you got to have that. The cable just fits, so I stuck it on there. Mud flap. I asked an officer one time, is there anything illegal on this car? And he said, well, maybe a mud flap, so I put one on there. Soil extraction device, 1.5 kilos. And I got horns that are just for show, but this guy, right off a ship, works good. Got the top hat going. That's what we called it when we were kids. Off a 1950 Ford, and I've had it for 35 years, and I thought, well, I got to do something with this, so I heated up a wrench there that I don't use anymore, bolted them on. Got Alfa Romero in the V10 Magnum. Dual vacuum gauges. Vacuometer. I read that vacuum gauges is the only thing that are proven to save gas. If you drive according to the gauge, it saves mileage. If you punch it, it'll show it, so it kind of keeps you from doing that. Here's another view of the this side of the stuff. We got vintage reflectors. Got a big star, gauges on top of gauges. A gold Homer Simpson. What else is there to see? Got the flags going. Let's take a look inside. Got my driving mask. Let's see here. Oh. So, a lot to see. Got searchlight, got radar, and guys all over in cars and toys and flowers, and got the lady here, and got more safety glasses. If you know any electricians or you're an electrician, look at this. Think that fuse will ever blow? The guy from Space City soldered it, made it impossible to blow that fuse. We got the needle and spoon to remember to pray for my junkie friends. Got, oops, shotgun wiring, more switches. Got old CB radio. It's actually more, it's a police radio from when I worked for the state. They were going to throw it out and I kept it. I wish I would have kept all the guts. I could have used the thing. Now that's just kind of for show. But nice switches that turn the lights on the roof. Actually made with a 22 casing. The old man I got it from soldered those on there. Thought it was pretty original. We got siren. That tells me that the extra radiator fan's working. If you're in traffic or something, hill climbing, you got to have your fan going. Got these lights going. Got these lights going when the key's on. And all this security stuff, that one really works. Let's see if it'll fire up. Yeah, the vacuum gauges, they work good. Yeah, when you punch it, it goes down, so it encourages you to not punch it a lot. So the odometer, 247,000 miles, and it broke. The speedo works, but the odometer broke in 1999. So I'm guessing maybe 350,000 miles. I've been to California, Nevada, Idaho, Oregon, Montana repeatedly. Got a pencil-necked geek. Little guy there. What else can I show you here? And all these different gauges. Let me think here. Oh, people have told me, this is pretty artistic. And I thought to myself, I just kind of consider myself the local crackpot more than the local artist. Yeah, it seems like there's one in every neighborhood. Look at this little reel-to-reel tape recorder, miniaturized. What else is there? Well, you can see there's just a whole array of stuff. Got a Shriner with a fez on and covered with chili peppers, and this. Out of an old radio, gauges, permaglass. That's actually a refrigerator. This here for the, I can adjust that, turn it on, and it does work good. My grandson loves to snoop around and shine it here and there. What else is there? Well, if you have any other questions, leave it in the comments, and I'll get back. Let's see here. Talked about this, talked about that. Got a little light right there in case I needed to work on it in the dark. Yeah, I don't paint the fuel filter just because it, yeah, if they get dirty, you want to be able to kind of see that. Yeah, I use my old end wrenches for a good use. I don't use the American ones too often anymore, so I got plenty of them. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. I can't believe those kids gave me the finger. You know, my first knee-jerk reaction was to turn around and go, "Hey, what are you doing? What's the big deal?" I'm no pacifist, but I thought, I'm not even going to engage in it. Like I say, I just smiled and waved like I didn't know what he was doing. So, with that, you guys stay warm. If you're in a warm climate, please don't ever complain about it, because it's cold up here and it's going to get colder. There's supposed to be a storm coming in from Canada or something. And I didn't want to do this in the rain. So, I'll be back. Can't think, every time I do this, I think I should have said, but nothing comes to mind right now. But I appreciate your comments. I appreciate the thumbs up. And, Chris asked if I could do a story on cars that I've owned. And, well, this is the first one. I have literally bought and sold maybe 300 cars since I was 15. And that's not an exaggeration. I was always buying and selling, turning rigs all the time. It was kind of working for the state. You don't get a lot of money, so if I wanted any play money, I had to do things on the side. And turning rigs was one of them. Subarus, literally dozens or more. 50 maybe I've owned. At one time my job involved me driving around 5 different counties, and I'm very apt at backyard shopping, and every Subaru I found that wasn't running or wasn't, abandoned or whatever, if it was sitting there with grass growing around it, I stopped and I asked it and ended up buying it. And we have brought home so many of them here. Good machines. I don't know about the new ones, but the old ones, here it is, 300-some thousand miles on it, and it still runs great. I'm sure all the doodads help. Anyway, you take care and stay warm, and I'll be back. Bye.